I know a lot of people probably don't care about what I'm about to say, but it still needs to be said because it's truth.
Okay, what is it, baby?
The fact of the matter
Uh-huh.
is that I have children too.
Oh, do you? Hey y'all, this is J9 Eve. We are here with part 2 of Daryl acting an absolute hot mess on his 50-minute rant from day 9. And we're just gonna hop right on here and see what Daryl has to say for himself. What is going on with you, Daryl? Just tell us what's going on in your heart and in your mind and in your head and your hairline and all of that. We are here for it, baby. And that's it. That's all that it is there to it. Let's go ahead. Just tell mama what it is.
Brings me back again to the change of venue again. Even right now with trial going on, there's still political ads being shown every day that reference this incident.
Mm-hmm.
There's still talk throughout the jail about it.
Oh, is they talking in the jail? Is they talking?
There's been a ton of hate mail received to the jail since the beginning of this.
I
it
bet.
did die down for a little bit, but it picked right back up the closer we got to the trial.
I bet it did, honey. Did you get any special gifts from the inmates? Did they send you anything? Did you get roses? Are they swooning you? Are they trying to, trying to get in your good graces yet? Because they're going to get it anyway. I mean, they could be nice about it or they can not, but they're going to get it anyway. Oh, God, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. I can't stand you. Stand you.
Hate mail that comes from people right here in the city of Waukesha.
Oh. Where else would it come from? I mean, isn't that the main
place? Which gives more credibility to the venue needing to be changed.
Oh, yeah. I don't live nowhere near where you at. Like I said, I'll say it again. I hate you, Daryl. And all I want to do is know for sure that you are underneath of a prison. I don't care what prison it is. It just needs to be a prison. A prison. A prison. Okay? Your venue wasn't going to make no difference. At all. Like, at all. Okay?
Yet and still, that was denied.
As it should have been. What else?
It's impossible for impartial jury to be found in this county.
Anywhere on earth.
And that's not to discredit people in the county that can be impartial.
You just said that it's impossible.
It would be unfair to say that no one can be impartial.
You just said it was impossible. You just said it was impossible.
But with the level of scrutiny that this whole incident has,
the level of scrutiny, look, they took the little thing that I did and they just scrutinizing it and just blowing it up into this big thing. And if they hadn't blown it up into this, you know what, Daryl? Oh my God, something is wrong. That's why I said if they was to set his ass free, he is absolutely a danger to society, literally moving forward. He would definitely have done this shit again. Please understand. Him being put under that prison has saved some people who just would have been taken right from the earth because of Daryl and his whatever vehicle he got a hold of next. Because he'll drive without a fucking license. So it ain't like him not having a license stops him. Okay? He'll steal some shit for sure because he's a career criminal. So he'd steal a car. He'd drive that car and he would run over your children. Like, this is what it is. Like, this is who he is. And he would feel justified, which you can tell by the way he is in here. He feels like he has all these rights. I have the right to destroy as many lives as I want to. It is my constitutional right.
The reporting,
hate him.
the Facebook groups,
Mm-hmm.
the constant. There
YouTube.
were Facebook
Ow.
groups created because of this.
Yes, honey. Why wouldn't it be?
The reporting live stream on Court TV has comment sections
Yes, of course.
where a lot of insensitive and nasty things are said.
Oh, the insensitive and nasty. What they be talking about, honey? Your jail experience?
The sheer insensitivity of some of the things that
Mm,
are said on there.
I know, so insensitive. We just so insensitive out here.
I know a lot of people probably don't care about what I'm about to say, but it still needs to be said because it's truth.
Okay, what is it, baby?
The fact of the matter
Uh-huh.
is that I have children too,
Oh, do you? Do you got those?
family too, loved ones too,
Oh, they love one. Well, you got ones. I don't know if they love ones, but you got ones.
that also have been ridiculed and
Uh-huh.
and had their names drugged to the mud
Ain't
and
nobody
have
dragging them
threats
people in the mud.
towards them.
Mm-hmm. He making that shit up. I guess we should let him go. I mean, his family is over there getting teased and tormented, and we should let him go so that he can comfort them. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you're getting at, Daryl, but no, you can't have it. You're reaching, baby.
Loved ones that had to leave their home
Mm-hmm. Because of what I
because they
done.
were getting threats thrown through their mailbox.
Thrown through the mailbox. Is they throwing them straight through the mailbox, coming out the other
Children that
side?
didn't feel safe going to school because they were getting bullied behind what was being said.
Oh yeah, is that what happened? Oh my god, he making this shit up right out of his fucking head.
And that's not to sweep anything under the rug
Yes, it is. Shut up. Yes, it
whatsoever.
is. Yes, it is. That's what it is. And we're gonna sweep you under there. Don't worry.
To constantly say and report
Mm-hmm.
this incident as attack,
What?
terrorism,
Yep.
terrorism.
It was.
It's unfair and it's
It was.
insensitive.
It was. It was to intimidate. It was to create fear, and it was to destroy. It was to like show your power. All these things you were doing inside that fucking car. You could see it on your face. So yes, it was. It was an attack for sure, and an act of terrorism. I would say your purpose was to make people afraid of you. You like, oh, honk the horn so they can know. Look what's coming! Ah! And then you want to be like, I honk my horn so they can move. I thought they were gonna move. No, you honk the horn so that they would see you coming, so that they would know what's about to fucking happen. Oh my god! Just get up under this jail. Beep.
It's a definite tragedy. Definite. And that
oh, you think we needed to hear you say it was definite tragedy? like, oh, finally, he has acknowledged that it was tragic. Now it can be, written in a book somewhere that it was tragic because the piece of shit that made it happen confirmed it for us. How nice.
will never be swept under the rug.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you getting under that rug, honey? No worries. Don't you worry.
There's always going to be healing that has to take place.
Oh God, like your sphincter. Yeah.
It's going to be difficult.
Oh, to
And
look at you.
that
Yes.
should not be swept under the rug.
Oh my God, Daryl, shut the
Whatsoever.
fuck up. But what?
But
what?
it's very insensitive and unfair to not recognize that there's many other victims that never is talked about.
Okay? You mean the ones that aren't injured, aside from being now made safe because you're not floating around with a gun or a car, because you've done shot at your own family, honeypot. You were dangerous to your own kin. You were a danger to your own kin and everybody else. Please don't mistake it. Erica saw that. Your nephew saw that. And those are just the ones that came out into court. Like how we know about those. But you have been a terror. You have been the little terror in your entire family, probably your entire fucking life. And now you talking about the other victims Your Honor, y'all keep talking about this parade and what I did there, but what about all the other people that I've terrorized? I've been terrorizing, Judge, I've been terrorizing people my whole life. You're not mentioning any of those people. What about their pain that I caused? I would like to, for all the things that I've ever done in my life to be acknowledged. That's pretty much what you're saying. Those is your victims too. Your family is your victims too. Like, Darrell is so dumb he can't hear what he's saying in his own head. But proceed. Don't just stare. Then he thinking of what he's gonna say
And for
next.
people to paint a certain picture,
Oh,
mostly from this county, to put this picture out there,
of what? Of what?
it's not only hurtful, but it's insensitive.
What's
and
the
it's
picture?
not true.
What? What's not true? You didn't drive it to the parade? Oh. Oh, my bad. I mean, what am I even doing here then? I thought you had ran over Jackson. That's why that's why I came.
I'm sure the court read through the motion for change of venue. I'm assuming, though it was a lot of paperwork in those motions.
Hey Darrell. Hey Darrell. Hey Darrell. Look at me. Look. Hey Darrell. Shut the hell up. Oh, I cracked me up, y'all.
Obvious that the venue should have been changed. Obvious.
Was it obvious, Darrell?
It's too many connections and it's too close. It's too close.
Oh, it was too close. Was it too close?
We still have no bond on file
There was no bond.
in the docket sheet.
Okay. No bond.
We still have no plaintiff. We still have no claim.
No claim. No plaintiff. No subject, no matter the jurisdiction. Oh my gosh, yo. Oh my God. I'm trying here, y'all, but he's making it very hard for me.
Mr. Brooks, I've given you about 50 minutes to make your various arguments. You've now repeated yourself a number of times.
Yes,
So I'm going
thank
to turn
you.
to the state to see if they have any response.
She sat there for 50 goddamn minutes.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Judge, I'm going to summarize what I just heard by quoting from a case from the Eastern District of Wisconsin, federal case found at 2022 Westlaw 3045190.
Can you repeat that last
I'm so sorry. 3045190.
She's so emotional.
Retzloff versus Moran.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
This case is talking about many of the topics that Mr. Brooks has now recited to the court, and simply states the majority of Retzloff's filing is incomprehensible jargon and cut and paste legal mumbo jumbo.
Sounds
Sovereign
right.
citizen theories are frivolous and wholly without merit. The court goes on to cite to Bay, B-E-Y, versus the state of Indiana at 847, Fed 3rd, 559, on pages 559 through 560, a Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals decision from 2017. Mr. Brooks knowingly,
You didn't call out that name, nor do I know any individual by that name, Your Honor.
Please do the courtesy of not interrupting the state, as they did not interrupt you for over the almost 50 minutes that you spoke. Thank you. Please continue.
You don't care about that.
Your Honor,
You
the
don't
record is
interrupt.
very clear that Mr. Brooks knowingly, willingly, voluntarily, and intelligently insisted on representing himself in this trial. He has no constitutional right to stand by counsel, none whatsoever. The court patiently went through the form and advised him of many of the things he's complaining about here today. The resources of the state, the knowledge of the law, his ignorance of the law. And his words to this court, and I quote to the best of my ability, "It don't make me flinch one bit." That's what he told this court whatever it was, 2 weeks ago.
Ain't that so?
Now he's here
Flinching.
complaining over and over and over again how unfair this is to him. It's highly offensive.
It is.
I don't know because, unfortunately, I was talking to my investigator. If he accused this court of treason,
oh, that's who that guy is. Somebody in my comments asked who the guy is that's always on the side of her. Apparently, that's her investigator. Oh, well, now we know.
but I certainly heard that word come out of his mouth, and it is absolutely shocking
Treason.
that he would throw such a word around so loosely in this courtroom. This court has been exceedingly patient,
Indeed,
exceedingly respectful of his rights at every turn.
Yes,
At every turn. I want to address this claim that he only had 3 days to prepare for trial. It's absolutely a false statement. The record should reflect that he does have 3 banker's boxes on his table. The record should reflect that every time the state calls a witness to the stand, he swiftly and easily turns to those boxes, which appear to be alphabetized or organized in some fashion by the public defenders who turned it over to him, and quickly removes the folder of the witness who's testifying and effectively cross-examines that witness using
liar.
notes from the public defender. We know that because he's tried to confront witnesses with the notes from the public defender. He is not going into this blind or with one arm tied behind his back.
Oh, she is not playing, honey. She did not come to play. Do you hear me? She said, no, I ain't come here to play with you, Darrell. Put the ball down and get up underneath the prison.
They did all the homework, and he's simply sitting here reading their notes, reading their cross-examination questions. And
isn't that something? Ain't that something? Over there trying to say, all I'm doing, I'm just coming up with this on top of my head. I just, you would think I had went to law school or something. Right, Judge? Right, Judge? All whole time, Darrell cheating off some other guy's notes. Okay, Darrell, I see you. I see you, baby. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Can't give a old Darrell a new hairline.
asking the questions and then going on to his ridiculous questions having to do with his belief in the sovereign citizen movement. There's no way this record would reflect that this defendant is not adequately prepared for trial.
Yes, honey.
He's never asked for a speedy trial. He makes conflicting statements. On one hand, you violated his rights because it's taken us so long to get to trial. And on the other hand, we're rushing him to this case and he hasn't had adequate time.
Ain't that something? It's I'm telling you, because it's whatever you say at the time, it's opposite day. It's always going to be opposite day. He don't care about contradictions. Hypocrisy, he's like, look, that's my middle name. So what about it? You be like, you a hypocrite. He'd be like, present.
To prepare. He is not denied access to legal materials in the jail. The record is very clear from the jail.
She used his own line against him. Man, I would not want to be on the opposite table from this chick. She is ruthless. She said, oh, you bringing that energy? Okay, I got mine too. Let me open up my bag. She is in her bag, honey.
Administrator, it should not be confused. He misleads this court intentionally to say, I only get out of my cell 2 hours a day. That is a fact. That is for his own safety so that other inmates do not inflict physical harm upon him.
They gonna get him.
He has access to a tablet. He has access to a computer.
What?
Whether he chooses
Reddit
to ask for those resources is up to him.
He be on that Reddit. Told you, called it.
I would also cite the court to U.S. ex-rel George versus Lane.
Tell us about
Lane. 7th Circuit Court of Appeals at 718 Fed Second 226, where a pro se defendant attempted to complain on appeal about his lack of access to a computerized legal research system,
Ooh, did he now?
paralegal training, or
What?
law school education. The court rejected that contention and said, once a defendant has asserted his right to refuse counsel and conduct his own defense, he has no constitutional right to access those resources. And again, you warned him, Judge. You fairly warned him. And he basically acted as if you were insulting him and said it didn't make him flinch one bit.
Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember when she was explaining that to him, she was very careful to say he doesn't have the, like, it's not his right to have an attorney provided for him as like a co-counsel or something. Which means, you know how, like, if you can't afford your own attorney or whatever, then, you know, they give you one. That means you don't have the right to that one. It doesn't mean that you can't have one. So, but if you could afford your own and you just wanted to defend yourself or whatever, but you wanted to have some help, like what he wanted, if he could have afforded one by himself, like, and just hired one himself, he could have had it. So you could do what Darrell did and have what Darrell wanted if you could afford it. Or you had a lawyer in your family or something. You got a lawyer in your family, you be straight. Like if he had a family member who was a lawyer, they could have been his little side counsel, you know, kind of tell him little stuff. Hey, shut up. That's wrong, Darrell. Shut up. Wrong, Darrell. Wrong. Shh. Quiet, Darrell. But he didn't have that in his family. Okay? He didn't have it. So he had to go it alone. And he said he wasn't worried one bit. Well, we know where the worry went that day. It was waiting for him on this day. Okay? So with that being said, we're going to stop this one here. Hit the notification bell button for sure. That's going to become very, very important soon. Okay? Hitting that notification bell button, because me going live, I get so many people, they get so upset because they missed the live. Because I'm random with my live. I'm going to tell y'all, it's a random thing. It's just a pop-up shop. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to do the notification so it'll let you know. All right. So y'all behave, because I'm not gonna, you already know that. Not even gonna talk about it. Mama love you. Peace.